Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Edward Joseph, and let's talk live. Calling all past YouTubers. All right, let's talk. Well, today, peoples, has been such an interesting day. I am here, I am live, and I am going to talk about some things, peoples. Peoples, calling all past YouTubers. You guys come on in. You guys come on in. You guys come on in, for there's so much to talk about, peoples. You guys come on in. Peoples, I am here and I am back. Oh, I think I just deleted myself. So let me change the layout here. I am here and I am back, peoples. Let me see, where is, okay, there we go. I am here and I am back, and I am calling all past YouTubers. Peoples, I think that there is a case that we all can join in and talk about. Hollywood has literally just think that they can get away with a lot of things, and collectively we can make a change with that. Now, as you see in the case of Kim Porter and all of the other Hollywood stars like Michael Jackson and Prince and Whitney Houston, our voices collectively, we can be able to make a difference. But we have to be all on one accord, and we have to be able to come together and talk about these cases and bring awareness to these cases. And see, the thing is, peoples, I am on the trajectory now. I don't want to. I don't want to have no beef. I don't want to get into a spiraling match and trying to say, oh, well, you're right and you're wrong in things. Collectively, we can come together and we can be able to talk about these cases and things, despite of what our philosophical views is. Now, peoples, the simple thing is that you have to come with a willing mind and a willing heart, and you have to keep an open mind. And then we have to look at the evidence as what it is, not as what we perceive it to be to the degree. Because basically, what I'm saying is everybody's perception is going to be different. So I'm not saying that. Let me rephrase that. What I'm saying is if it's in a case file, or if it's in a post, or if it's in a video of a person saying a certain thing, well, then that has to be factored in to that of what we are collaborating on. In the case of the Kanika Jenkins, now many people thought that France Carve had unalived Kanika, based upon the video footage, based upon the pictures, and based upon the testimonies and things. Many people thought that France Carve had unalived Kanika. Well, if we go with that premise, peoples, and that's a personal view that the people had, well, then you have to look at the overall picture. What is the chances of France Carve unaliving Kanika? And then if he did, how did he do it? What, was he the one who had taken off Kanika's clothes and put Kanika's clothes back on? Was he the one who washed Kanika's body? Was he the one who placed Kanika's body in the freezer? See, you just can't sit and tell me that Franz Convey unalived Kanika without giving me a good, wholesome, and overall picture. And see, this is what Trey Gay did not do. Now, I've gave you that of what was stated in the case files. Now, many of you may can get mad at me for saying what I'm saying and stuff because it is going against your narrative and it's going against what you truly believe. But at the end of the day, peoples, what is what is. And what I had said and the way that I said it and how I broke it down is what I meant. Now, it's not to bring confusion and friction in between me and the other people who I politic with. If you're just that hollow, well, then you're just that hollow. I mean, we can agree to disagree because we always look at things in a different lens. But at the end of the day, I got to call it for what it is. And I'm calling it from what it is because it is what it is. Now, I give you every opportunity to come and speak your piece and speak up against or to bring clarity out of confusion. But at the end of the day, peoples, if you say that Franz Kave killed Kanika, you have to prove that Franz Kave killed Kanika, not just what you think. It has to be more than what you think. A lot of people think that the beverage manager killed Kanika. A lot of people think that the gang members killed Kanika. A lot of people think that TM killed Kanika. Well, whoever killed Kanika, the bottom line is you have to give a wholesome view, point blank, from start to finish. No longer am I going to accept just this mere fact that you're saying it, and just because you believe it, and just because you may produce a few pictures and a few videos and stuff, that doesn't work for me. Because as I had stated on last night live, you have to apply the science. And the science means everything. That girl's body in the freezer was in there. And you have to give a good, wholesome, and overall view as to how she got in there, the conditions of the body while it was in there, the things that we've seen. And you have to take that into account, people. I mean, it is no way around that. No matter how you feel, your personal views really doesn't mean anything when it comes down to trying to get clarity out of confusion. And see, that's where many of the people fail because everybody get mad because people don't agree with them. Well, I'm not going to agree with you because you're not giving me anything that my mind needs. I need information. I need to process it. It needs to make sense to me. It may make sense to you, but it doesn't make sense to me. And so just going and based upon a few little photos and clips and screenshots and stuff, it doesn't work for me. As I pointed out on last night. And I'm sure that a lot of you got a lot of clarity out of the confusion because you got to go more than just a person and putting the blame upon a person. See, if you ever listen to yourself when you're giving a narrative and you're blaming somebody for the death of Kanika, you got to stick with that. You got to stick with that. You own that. Since you said it, you own it. And so when people come with an opposing view, you can't get mad at the people because they are saying, hey, what you're saying is not correct. It's not correct. Well, and then the thing is, how are you going to get mad at me for pointing out some things that I'm saying of what you're saying is incorrect? Because see, the thing is, if you ever listen to the various things that many of you give a narrative to, you're conflicting yourself. You are conflicted. And you are only debunking yourself because one minute you're saying that this person killed Kanika, and then in the other minute, you're saying that other people was implicated in the murder of Kanika. Well, how could that be? If the person killed Kanika, well, the person killed Kanika. Did the person have help? And if the person did, well, then what was the person's role with the overall picture of the establishment covering up the crime? Did that person have weight? And was they going to cover up for that person? Was they going to spend that kind of money to bring people in to play Kanika in the halls? See, these are the things that you guys have to answer, because you got to go more than just saying Franz Cave killed Kanika, or the beverage manager killed Kanika, or TM killed Kanika, or the gang members killed Kanika, or whoever killed Kanika. Because see, I get it. You want to drum up a conspiracy theory, but the conspiracy is what? What is the whole basis of the conspiracy? Why will all of these people come together to go ahead and to conspire to cover up the death of Kanika Jenkins? That is the question that I ask every YouTuber who ever talked about the Kanika Jenkins case. And see, the thing is, we all can't come together because everybody has their own philosophical views and everybody feels strongly about what they think. But instead of coming together and have an open in conversation and everybody sharing what they believe, well, now look what happens, peoples. Everybody gets all up in arms, and now people tend to get all in their drawers and in their panties. And then they, instead of focusing upon the case as it stands, the people want to take pot shots and make it personal. Well, why does it have to be personal, people? It doesn't have to be personal, but you make it that way. Many of you get all wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in your feelings and things. I never understood that. I never understood that. And so that's what causes division in the community. That's what causes division, because you can't control your temper and you can't control your attitude. And see, the way you come off, it's the way that people are going to come and respond to you. See, when you get the big head, then it's always going to be somebody who's going to put you in your place. But see, you bring that on. You do that. Now, if your narrative is hilarious and nefarious, well, then, the people are going to call you out upon it, you know? And so if it's hilarious and nefarious, don't get pissed off because the people are saying something about it. Just stick with your guns and just tell them kindly, hey, this is what I believe, and then walk it down. See, the Kanika Jenkins case is always to cause division within this community. But it's always going to be around. And it's always going to be something that the people are going to continue to keep reflecting upon. And that's good, because I'm always going to have a say in the Kanika Jenkins case. And I'm always going to continue to keep referencing that of what my findings is. And I'm always going to apply science to that of what was being said. Now, if that doesn't work for you, well, then that's fine. Just sit back, relax, and listen like you always do, and then learn something. But the only reason why I came here to call out for all of the former YouTubers, the Kanika Jenkins community, is that we can collaborate up on a case that is out in the headways and stuff. And we collectively can make a difference if we come together. About the young lady who had supposedly had been killed by the FedEx truck. And let me see, y'all hold on for a moment. Let me get the name of it. And her name is Angela Stone. If we can come together and we can talk about that case, peoples, What a difference that we can make. So I'm looking to all of the former Kanika Jenkins community, all of the content creators and stuff. I've already reached out to a couple of you, because I think that you're level headed and I think that you have this experience and a tolerance level to be able to collaborate and talk about this case. But if you choose not to, well, then that's fine. I'm going to do it myself. And I'm going to continue to keep bringing awareness to these type of cases, peoples. Is that all right, peoples? So, peoples, I hope I had said something to encourage your hearts upon today. Tune in again next time to when Edward Joseph Let's Talk Live, Edward Joseph Kitchen, Edward Joseph Gospel Hour, Edward Joseph's Blessings Giveaway 2025 will come to you with something wonderful. I love you with the love of Christ, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peoples, mask up and be safe. And again, peoples, I'm calling all former Kanika Jenkins content creators to come and collaborate with me upon the Angie Stone case. And if you choose not to, that's fine. I'll do it anyway. And until then, you guys be blessed and get your rest. And if the Lord says the same, I will see you soon, peoples. God bless you all. Thank you for watching.